I want to talk about this one idea that completely changed how I think about raising my kids. It's called the independence paradox. And for me, it all started with a single comment at a family wedding, a comment that honestly just felt like a punch to the gut. Okay, so picture this. I'm at this huge family wedding. You know the scene. The music is blaring, lights are flashing everywhere, and my son, Rohan, has basically fused himself to my leg. He will not let go. And then I hear it, from a well-meaning auntie, of course. That one comment slicing right through all the noise. And it hit me right where it always does. And boom, there it is again, that familiar tight knot in my stomach. Am I messing this up? Is this my fault? The self-doubt just comes rushing in, and you start to think, oh my God, what if they're right? What if I've totally failed him? And this is the real struggle, isn't it? It's this painful spot so many of us get stuck in. All the modern parenting books are telling you, build secure attachment, be responsive. But then you've got your family, your culture, telling you to toughen them up, to push for independence early. And you're just caught right in the middle, wondering if you're building a strong foundation for them or just a crutch they'll never let go of. But what if both of those ideas are a little bit wrong? What if the path to real, genuine independence doesn't run away from dependence, but actually runs directly through it? This one idea, this paradox, honestly, it changed everything for me. Let me show you what I mean. So the way we usually think about it is like a seesaw. If you want independence to go up, you have to push dependence down. They're opposites. But the paradoxical truth is so much more beautiful. Think of a big, strong tree. You don't help a tree grow by yanking at its roots, right? No way. A strong tree grows because its roots are deep and secure. That secure dependence, that is the root system that lets our kids branch out and grow tall with real confidence. And you can really see this play out over time. Let's take two kids. There's Priya. At 2, she was super clingy, but her mom just met that need. She was her secure base. Fast forward to 14, and Priya is this confident kid who can handle whatever comes her way. Then you have Aditya. His parents pushed him to be independent really early. And sure, he looked independent, but by the time he was 7, he was full of anxiety, scared to try new things. See, he learned the actions of independence, but he never developed that deep, inner confidence that only comes from feeling truly secure. So what's going on here? Why does this work? Well, to get that, we have to look at one of the coolest concepts in psychology. It's called the secure base phenomenon. And it's actually really simple. Just imagine for a second that you're a toddler. The world is full of giant people, loud noises, and stuff you've never seen before. It's overwhelming. What you need more than anything is a safe harbor, a home base. And guess what? That's you. Your job isn't to push your kid out of the boat into the stormy sea. Your job is to be the lighthouse, the one safe spot they know they can always, always come back to. There's this famous experiment called the strange situation that showed this perfectly. Researchers watched as babies, whose moms were in the room, would happily explore all the toys. When mom left, they got upset, naturally. But here's the magic part. When mom came back, the baby would run to her, get a quick cuddle, calm right down, and then they'd go right back to exploring. That moment, that return to playing, that is the birth of independence. It's fueled by the confidence that you've got their back. Let's geek out for a second on the brain science. When Rohan is clinging to my leg at that wedding, his brain's little alarm system, the amygdala, is going off. Threat, threat. So his instinct is to run back to his secure base, which is me. Just being near me literally calms his nervous system down. And only when he's calm can his thinking brain, the prefrontal cortex, get back online. That's what lets him feel safe enough to maybe eventually go explore. This isn't bad behavior, it's just how their brains are wired. Okay, so we get the why, but what about the how? How do we actually do this in real life? How do we become that secure base that lets our kids launch themselves into the world? All right, strategy number 1, honor the check-in. When your kid comes running back to you, don't see it as a failure. See it as an emotional refueling station. It's like a race car making a pit stop. They need to connect with you for a second to fill up their confidence tank before they can zoom off again. A quick hug, a moment on your lap, that's the fuel they need. Next up, practice small separations. And I mean small. Like, hey, I'm just going to the kitchen to get some water, I'll be right back. And then you come right back. Every time you do this, you're building a rock-solid foundation of trust. They learn, okay, they leave, but they always come back. And that's exactly why you should never, ever sneak out. I know it seems easier, but it just shatters that trust and basically teaches them that you could vanish at any moment, which of course just makes them more clingy. Number 3, name the feeling, but don't wear it. It is totally okay. In fact, it's great to say, I know you feel sad that I have to go. It's hard to say goodbye. You're showing them you get it. But then you have to leave with confidence. If you hang around looking worried and anxious, you're sending them a signal that, hey, maybe there is something to be scared of. So you acknowledge their sadness and then you go, trusting that they'll be okay. Okay, strategy 4 is all about celebrating the small stuff. And this doesn't mean big over-the-top praise. It's more about just gently noticing. Hey, I saw you went down the big slide all by yourself. That was cool. You're just holding up a mirror to their own competence. And please, whatever you do, avoid comparing them. Why can't you be brave like your sister? That kind of talk just breeds insecurity, which, yep, you guessed it, leads to more clinging. And finally, number 5, build their independence when the stakes are super low. Don't try to do this for the first time at a chaotic birthday party. Practice during calm, everyday moments. Let them try to put on their own shoes, even if it takes 10 minutes. Let them try to pour their own milk, even if they spin a little. Each one of these little I did it moments builds a huge bank of confidence they can draw from later when things get tougher. So I was armed with this whole new way of thinking. And I just decided, you know what? I'm done. I'm going to stop worrying about what everyone else thinks, and I'm just going to focus on being the secure base that Rohan clearly needed. And what happened next was kind of amazing. At the very next family get-together, Rohan did his usual thing, glued himself right to my leg. But this time, I didn't feel embarrassed. I just sat down on the floor, pulled him into my lap, and let him watch. After a few minutes from the safety of my arms, I pointed out a cool toy car. He slid off, checked it out for maybe 30 seconds, and then came right back. He did this over and over and over again. Each time, he'd go a little bit further, stay a little bit longer. He was using me as his home base, exploring the world on his own terms, at his own pace. And you know, a few months later, Rohan was that kid running around like crazy at the parties. And all my relatives were like, see? We told you. He finally grew out of that phase. And I just smiled because I knew the truth. He didn't grow out of it despite me holding him close. He grew into his confidence because I held him close. His independence wasn't an accident. It was a direct result of knowing, deep in his bones, that his secure base was always there for him. So, I'll just leave you with this one question to chew on. What if we all just decided to stop looking at clinginess as a problem we need to fix, and instead started seeing it for what it really is? A totally normal developmental need that's just waiting for us to meet it.